XconMedia.
Welcome to XconMedia. Appreciate you tuning into this channel. If you're new to the channel, if you're getting anything out of the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it out to all you people. Hit that bell icon and all of the top things that we need you to do to tickle that YouTube algorithm. Today, we're going to be talking about Mr. President Donald J. Trump and the meeting that happened at the White House. Now, if you've been up under a rock, then maybe you don't know. But to summarize it for you, Zelensky came through with the utmost disrespect to J.D. Vance, President Trump, and the country. Like, he basically gave the country the middle finger. Like, all of the money that was sent over there for the last administration was just completely overlooked. Now, all of this money, and we talking about billions, people, we talking about billions with a big B, got sent over to the Ukrainian government. And Zelensky basically came over here, and I guess he used to making a big withdrawal when he comes over here. And guess what? Donald Trump ain't having it. So rumor what happened, Zelensky got kicked out of the White House. Let's take a look.
This is what I was told. The president has kicked Zelensky out of the White House. His delegation right now is telling him that he's got to go home. The president felt disrespected. Officials in the room felt that beyond the language barrier that we've heard some discussion about, Zelensky's body language, shrugging and eye rolling, was ungrateful, disrespectful, and the president feels that Zelensky is not ready for peace, and he can come back when he's ready to talk about peace, but he's not in that position right now, and Zelensky is being told he's got to go. The lunch that they were supposed to have is sitting right outside the hallway, and the press staffers are going to be eating that lunch. This is really pretty incredible. We see the...
Now, if anybody's seen that press conference, it was pretty disrespectful. The body language, the failure to come in there dressed in the appropriate attire. Okay, you're not in your country, you're in our country. And as one of the quotes say, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. All right, so this guy is just disrespectful, unthankful, and everything. And guess what? If they don't have, we don't care what the Europeans say, and people in Europe, if the United States don't back this war, the Ukrainians are going down fast. Okay, so for this guy to come in and just be this disrespectful, and basically the bottom line is, man, Trump is putting this country first. He's trying to recoup. If for those who don't understand, he is trying to recoup the money that Joe Biden just gave to them, just gave to them like they was a stripper or something, just gave it to them, making it rain on them. He's trying to recoup the money. So in order to recoup that money, he's trying to sign a deal for 50% of the minerals that Ukraine has. They are called rare earth minerals, and apparently Ukraine is probably one of the only places that have it. You give the Americans 50%, we get our money back from Ukraine back to this country. Now, if that does not happen and Russia wins that war and takes over, Russia will have 100% of everything, looks like. That's my speculation. So it's a catch-22. You give the US 50%, or you let Russia come take 100%. The bottom line is you need the United States for this war.
overseas today. World leaders gathering in London to show support for Ukraine after that dramatic meeting in the Oval Office. President Zelensky joined NATO and EU representatives. The British Prime Minister calling this a once-in-a-generation moment for the region. Zelensky later meeting with King Charles. ABC's foreign correspondent Tom Sophie Burge is in London.
Tonight, European leaders alongside Ukrainian President Zelensky gathering in London for a high-stakes emergency summit on Ukraine.
Can you patch things up with Donald Trump?
The US notably absent following Zelensky's fiery Oval Office meeting with President Trump and Vice President Vance Friday.
You're gambling with World War III.
The UK and France front and centre, agreeing to negotiate a peace proposal that would include the deployment of troops and planes to Ukraine to police a potential ceasefire. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer saying the US needs to somehow back the plan to prevent Russia from re-attacking Ukraine.
Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing.
Well, Ukrainian President Zelensky is now leaving the summit amid questions about whether he can rebuild his relationship with Donald Trump. For now, though, Zelensky is off to meet the king.
It was all smiles and handshakes when Zelensky met with King Charles. But in Washington, a different tune. Today, House Speaker Mike Johnson saying Zelensky must change or resign.
Well, something has to change. Either he needs to come to his senses and come back to the table in gratitude, or someone else needs to lead the country to do that.
And Rachel, I asked the head of NATO today whether the US will commit to future security guarantees for Ukraine. He said that key conversation is still ongoing. Rachel?
See, that's the thing. Without U.S. intervention, man, Vladimir probably will be back a little later on. Probably after the Trump presidency, maybe if J.D. Vance don't take over. But, hey, let me tell you something. What is in place now is what has not been in place for the last 4 years, and that is strength. Strength, and with the goal of putting America first. See, a lot of y'all just don't, you don't understand how big it is for America to be first. Okay, this man, President Donald Trump, is showing so much strength and power. Guess what? We're gonna pull that money back into the country. All these U.S. jobs that's going overseas, we bringing them back. We bringing them back into the country. They coming back over here to the country. That's what y'all need to understand. See, everybody in panic mode right now because a lot of people don't understand that a lot of that money that has been leaving the country while you living paycheck to paycheck, while gas prices, grocery prices are steady going up, the money has been leaving the country. The money is coming back. It is coming back to the country, and watch how all this stuff starts to go down. Watch how the economy starts thriving, and just a whole lot of prosperity in the country. And that's what we need. We need a strong president that demands business be taken care of. That's what y'all need to understand. So Zelensky needs to come back to the table, or he can just hang it up. I mean, hang it up. Literally, you need the U.S. So all that time we've been giving you that money, we want it back.
XconMedia.